the Lubbock Christian Eagle Coaches Show. Carson Robinson, Coach Chris Sofley here. And Coach, week number 1 of district play under our belt. Big win against Waco Riker, going to Waco, win 56-0. And this week got a big test, but let's go over that Riker game. First drive of the game didn't start out the way we wanted it to, that's for sure. But then the defense comes up with a big pick 6 by Brady Simmons, and that kind of just set the tone and got everything going for the rest of the night.
Yeah, obviously frustrated with our lack of efficiency offensively. That's a big goal for us. Game in and game out is being really efficient with the football, continuing drives, playing fast, finishing fast. And so missed our marks there on the first drive, but thankfully the defense has been kind of our calling card this year. Settled in, they do a great job with the scouting report and their preparation, and they knew the situation before it happened. Brady put himself in a great position to make a play, and then love getting in the end zone there. Yeah. The team really selling out on an interception's not the goal. You know, it's a max out. What's the best thing that can happen to this? Let's get him in the box, and guys going all over the field to block for him. And
that's exactly where I was going to go with that, because as soon as he picked that ball off. And I said this on the broadcast that night, as soon as the ball gets picked off, the defensive linemen went back to their O-lineman rules, and you see guys like Luke Lee and dudes like that who block really well on the outside whenever we throw passes out there. They're putting blocks on, and it was awesome to see. I mean, I'm looking 15 yards upfield saying, he might score because we're hooked up everywhere.
It was probably our most physical play.
It was,
probably was the interception return for touchdown. So that was good. And you're right, it did set the momentum for us and the tone, and I think our kids locked in at that point and thought, let's go play our style of football.
Was that the first defensive touchdown of the year?
I think so.
I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a scoop and score. No, well, that wasn't even for a touchdown. That was on offense though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
50-yard scoop and score. But Lubbock Christian gets the win there. You got to get a few guys in the end zone for the first time.
Right.
A couple freshmen, Hayes Ubik and Dede Atkins, got in the end zone for the first time. Hagen Bartholomew, who's kind of been the Swiss Army knife of the team this year, started on the offensive line because of injuries to the offensive line. Finally get healthy there, so he's able to move back to his original spot.
Right.
And he gets a touchdown catch on Friday night. So that was fun to see those guys get to be a piece of the action and get in the end zone.
You know, I think you put these videos out there, and if other teams watch them or whatever they see of our stat line, the truth of the matter is we're a really balanced team. We have a lot of confidence in a lot of guys.
Yeah.
And so on any given Friday, guys are ready if their number's called. And we think that's a strength of this team, is there's no 1 or 2 guys that you can hone in on, because we believe in our guys' preparation, what they put into the game, their focus, and that they'll be ready when their number's called.
So that game, big win for Lubbock Christian, 56-0 against Waco Riker, and sets you up really well for the rest of the district slate, because you can't win all the district games. You don't win the first one.
Right.
So it's a big step. Now this week we'll try and go 1-0 against the number 1 team in the state, and that's the Munster Sacred Heart Tigers, and they are a very talented team. Played them last year in Munster, but they're a year older and a year more mature, and that has seemed to make big dividends for this team, because they got a huge win over Weatherford Christian, who's probably the second best team in the district.
Agreed.
And last week, that was a great game. I watched a little bit of that, and just those two teams are really good.
Right.
When we get to play them the next 2 weeks,
Right.
Munster presents a pretty big test.
No, and Dale Schilling's over there. He's been the coach for a long time. He does a great job. And here's the deal about a Coach Schilling-led program and Munster, I think probably as a town, is those are guys you want to be friends with.
Yeah.
Because they play really hard. They play with all their heart. They're extremely tough. And so that's what this Munster team is. They have a game changer at quarterback, Ryan Shazinski, fastest kid we'll play all year, probably one of the fastest kids west of Dallas. He's a 10-500 guy, 6 foot 200 pound, everything I wish I was in high school.
Everything I still wish I was.
And so he's a fantastic athlete. He will present tremendous problems for us. You just can't match that.
No.
And so he's fantastic, but yet he's not their only weapon. They have a Hesse, and if you know Munster Sacred Heart, you know the Hesse name forever. They have linemen that are tough as nails and will play for 4 quarters. And Dale does a great job with the offensive attack, and then you turn around on defense, and they're really sound, and they play extremely hard, and that puts you in position to have to go earn a victory. You know, they're not going to make mistakes and beat themselves, and so we're excited for the challenge. Number 1 team in the state, and they come into our place with a lot of confidence, and we will have a tall task on Friday, and Lord willing, we'll be ready when our number's called.
And that's a game that it's one of 8 matchups in the state of undefeateds, from 6A public schools all the way down to every small TAP school you can think of and UIL school you can think of. 8 matchups this week in Texas of undefeateds. Here in Lubbock is one of them, and one of only 2 matchups in the whole TAPS divisions this weekend. So if eyes aren't on Lubbock, Texas this weekend, it'll be pretty shocking if they're not watching, because this will be a great one to watch. But Munster Sacred Heart, they're a physical, probably a blue-collar team is the way I would describe them. What's the message going into a game like this to the guys, especially on a week where it's homecoming week? We know the distractions that come with that, but having a big-time opponent sometimes lifts you on a week like this to be more focused.
I think if you're a competitor, I think it may lock in your senses a little bit, hone in your focus, just because of respect for the task at hand and the challenge. You think in the weight room, once you add more weight, there takes just a little bit of focus to make sure that you can handle that weight. It's kind of the same type of thing here. But in terms of the message to our kids, it's the exact same as every week. It is max out every moment. It's Colossians 3:23. We're in 1 John 2:6 this week. Those who claim to live in him must walk as Jesus did. And we're just talking about, we're trying to be a living testimony. We don't want to be hypocrites. We think, Christians, the single greatest cause of atheism are Christians who acknowledge him with their lips and deny him by their lifestyle. We want to strive hard to not be that. We will fall, but that's the goal, that's the standard. And so homecoming presents a great challenge just because of the distraction opportunity. And so we're having that same message is, hope you had fun with Powder Puff. Yeah. I'm going to give you a second to get a deep breath and collect your thoughts, and then now we need to max out this moment. Let's go have a great day today. And so that's the message. We'll see how we handle it. I think it's been a mature team so far. I've been really pleased with how we've handled the trip to Waco and how we've handled being down earlier, how we've handled some injuries and some situations like that. But Munster will present an entirely new opportunity for us. And so we will learn a lot about our program this week, and I'm certainly thrilled for that chance.
And now that we're back home finally, it feels like we haven't played a home game in 3 months. It's actually almost been over. It's been over a month since we played at home. But for Munster fans, if they're watching this, when they come to Lubbock, there's great places to eat. We've been to Munster, there's great places to eat in Munster, Texas too.
That's right.
And but if Munster fans are coming here, where should they hit, before the game or after the game?
Dale called me earlier this week and he said they're going to Triple J's.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's hard to beat that.
Yeah, that's true.
So Triple J's is the place to be if you're a Munster fan. We have plenty of options. Whatever you want to get a before game snack, and then come enjoy the Lubbock Christian Booster Club concession stand. As good as any place in Lubbock, I heard.
One guy from Italy Pizzas here.
There you
That's
go.
one of the best pizza shops in Lubbock. So
all the way from Italy to Lubbock, and then obviously post game on the way home. And so Triple J's is the recommendation of the day, and that comes from the Munster head coach himself.
Hey, that's not a bad recommendation. Yeah. That's a guy that's been to Lubbock a few times in his years.
He's getting more positive about it now that the restaurants are improved. Yeah, he likes the trip better now.
Yeah, I'm lifetime Lubbock I guess, and the restaurants have improved big time since back in the day when Munster came here the first time in 2004 on homecoming. And then we played them twice that year for a state championship as well. So little history lesson there, but Lubbock Christian 5-7 all time, trying to get closer to making that record back to 500. And it's not like high school football is not like college football. It's very cyclical in high school because you don't recruit or any of that stuff. But those records all time, especially against now district rivals, mean quite a bit to. I don't know that kids care about that, or if they get on message boards like we used to, but the alumni do. And only beating them twice whenever I was here. Of course, that win at Riker last week was nice too, because that was a little sour taste from going to Waco the last time too. But
when we came in 2016, we were told, one of the only things we were told about our opponents was, we have not beat Munster Sacred Heart for 12 years, and that was the note. And so obviously. Yeah. There's a great rivalry between these two schools, great programs. Dale's been there for most of it. I'm thankful for the opportunity to join alongside, and obviously our president Hutch Haley was there for a bunch of them. So this one should be another one for the record books, and it should fit right in line with that story. And
it'll be a great game. If you can't come to Lena Stevens Field for homecoming tomorrow night, join us right here on Eagle Sports Network. We'll have it all for you, and we'll hopefully bring you a Lubbock Christian Eagle win as long as everything goes according to plan.
There you go. That's what that's our plan. Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
As long as everything goes according to plan, and hopefully we got a big crowd here, and the new bleachers and all the alumni get to come back and see all the improvements we made. It's kind of a we're not big on pride or being prideful around here, but it is a sense of
Gratitude.
this is awesome.
We're very thankful.
We're very grateful for the things that we have, because
Absolutely.
it didn't look like this when Munster started coming.
That's
here.
right.
And the improvements that we've made, this building in particular, the new stands.
There's a lot of people to thank for that. A lot of the alumni coming back are the key for that, and the impetus, and they've contributed. And so we're really grateful for the environment we have to present to the fans, and we hope they enjoy it.
Hope you enjoy it as well, and come over and get good food at the concession stand too on Friday night. Varsity plays at 6 o'clock on Friday, JV tonight, and junior high tonight, both here at Lena Stevens Field. Start at 4:30, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock junior high, JV will be right after that. And then on Saturday, the volleyball team travels to Midland Trinity to try and stay undefeated in district play. Coach Nina Watts, her club went down early last week. Talking about another comeback win. A great win by Lubbock Christian last Friday against Midland Trinity here at home. They'll go on the road on Saturday to play Midland Trinity at 12 o'clock. We'll have that for you on Eagle Sports Network as well. And we'll see you all on Friday night here at Lena Stevens Field. Until next time, go Eagles.